thanks to EA for sponsoring this video. Hey guys, welcome back to another Create Sim video. So today we are going to be starting a hopefully fun series throughout the month of October. So obviously October, Halloween, spooky vibes, and obviously as someone who adores anything spooky and Halloween energy in general and like autumn stuff, I thought this would be perfect for me to do a 31 days of Halloween Create Sim videos. So I'm going to be doing one video every 5 days, hopefully. I'll try and stick to it as much as I can. Obviously if there's like a day in between or whatever, I'm very sorry, but we're going to be making 5 sims per 5 days, aka 31 days. So 6 times throughout the month I'll post a video, but the last one will obviously be 6 sims. So basically, yeah, I just thought it'd be like a really fun thing to do because obviously I've been kind of slacking with videos lately, as you guys have probably noticed, because obviously I have had a very rough time. If you saw on my like community post, whatever like that, I just had like a very rocky time for the last month or so I just haven't really been able to post. And I thought, okay, now that I'm kind of like settled in, stuff's kind of slightly calming down a little bit, I thought, okay, let's like try and do like a fun thing like this. And this is always like one way to get me out of like burnout, because I've done this before where I've done like 30 days of Create Sim, but obviously it's never been like Halloween themed, whereas this is like specific to like October spooky vibes. Each prompt is definitely like a spooky kind of theme, so it was kind of difficult to come up with ideas for this. So I made my own like list of ones because I saw some online, but like I just wasn't really feeling all of the prompts. So I was like, I might as well just make my own. So I made my own, so I'm just gonna be going through those ones throughout the month. Friendly reminder that I do have a creator code, so if you plan on buying anything from thesims.com or the EA app, you can use my code itsqwertyluvs at checkout. It's currently a big sale going on right now for a lot of Sims packs, so if you do buy any of them, I really do appreciate if you guys use my code. It really helps support me and my channels. Thank you guys so much. So we are starting off with the first 5 sims today. So we are going to be doing an alien for day 1, Chucky inspired sim for day 2, a pirate inspired sim for day 3, a spooky scary doll for day 4, and finally a demon sim for day 5. So I thought these were kind of like fun prompts to do, and I don't know, I kind of like throughout the month you'll see there's like some horror icons, like for example like Chucky and like us, Freddy and like stuff like that, because you guys always say in the comments that I should do like a horror icons as sims thing, and I always think I'm gonna do that, but then like I can't really make like Ghostface as a sim because I'd just be putting a mask on a sim. Like I don't find that very fun. So there's a lot of horror icons like that and like Jason and Michael that like I just kind of like pointless in my opinion to do that kind of thing with. So instead I just thought I'd do it throughout this series and it kind of be like a, you know, mixed in there with like some horror icons, because obviously I love horror stuff. I was gonna put my background, but because my background's like very bare in comparison to normal, there's no like, you can't really see any horror stuff, but like if I turn around there's like a clown there, you know, like I like spooky stuff a lot. So yeah, we are starting off with the alien sim. So I do make like a lot of alien sims. Also, another thing I want to do throughout this is I want to try and make different looking sims. I feel like I do have a tendency to get into a groove, and I always say this and I feel like I always fall back into it no matter how much I try, but I feel like I always like have this like sim style that just, I mean, I know everyone has a sim style and I don't think it's a bad thing, don't get me wrong. I actually like that I have a sim style. I think it's nice to like look at my sim and go, oh, that's their style, you know, I like that. But I kind of want to like try my best to make them look a little bit different to my normal sims. So I kind of like did stuff that I wouldn't naturally normally do throughout this video and like try to make the sims look more different. I don't know about facial features, and I think I kind of struggle with that a little bit, but for like styles I kind of like try to go for different stuff, because obviously all of these are very like out there themes. It's not just like an alternative sim, it's like an alien sim, like it's very specific, so it's kind of like fun to mix it up and whatever. So the alien sim, I went for a blue sim because I never do blue, as you guys know, it's like my least favorite color. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go out my comfort zone and go with blue. So I made this really sick alien. I actually love how she turned out. I love how all these sims turn out, honestly. It's so rare that I like make sims like in this sense, or like, well, okay, that's a lie, it's not that rare, but like I feel like when I do create sims, it's always like based on a theme, a very specific theme, whereas this is kind of just like make an alien, you know, like I can just kind of do whatever I want. And I was like kind of like doing that because it's like just really fun to just do whatever I want and just like have like no rules about it, I guess, and just sort of just enjoy making the sims. So this did take me ages to do each of these sims. As always, they always take me so long to do. I don't know what it is about sims, but they just take me so long to make, but I just have so much fun doing it, and I'm such a perfectionist with it. You'll see like so much of the video is just me like changing stuff around because I'm just like, well, actually, what if I had that? What if I had that, you know? Also, someone said that I do that so much that they're starting to think it's no longer ironic, and I swear it is. I swear. Is it? Actually, I don't know if it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe it isn't ironic. Maybe I am truly doing this unironically now. I don't know. But sorry, not funny. Anyways, yeah. So for the sim, I downloaded some stuff beforehand because I was like, okay, I have Halloween stuff. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of occult stuff, obviously, because like my occult series and stuff. But I was like, I kind of want to download some new stuff. Maybe some very like specific weird things that I just don't normally use. So I downloaded this really cool like sort of, I don't know how to describe it. You can see it, but it's like these like weird like antenna things coming out like the cheeks and also like from the head. Kind of like whiskers, I guess, a little bit in a way, but like just weird basically. And in my opinion, alien is like anything. Like anything can be an alien, really. I find normally like a fun skin tone is normally what makes them feel more alien, but like the actual outfit and everything like that, like an alien can be anything. Like we don't know, you know what I mean? So I just find it fun to do something kind of like just crazy and just like go all the way out there. So that is kind of a weird thing to put like whiskers on this sim, but I thought it looked really cool, and I went for a contrasting look. So I went with like the white eyebrows, white makeup. I love that. I do it too much, I'll be honest. I know I noticed that I was doing it throughout this video. I was like, crap, I do that all the time, don't I? It's just like I can't help doing that combination combination. I just love like darker skin with like the white eyebrows or like white feet. I think it just looks so cool. Like I just love like high contrast things like that. I just love so much. So like with like the darker blue skin tone and then like the white, I just think it looks really awesome. And I do it for a lot of occult sims, and I know I do that for a lot of occult sims, but I just really enjoy doing it. Also, I am going to try and do CC lists throughout this series, but if I don't do it immediately, I'm sorry about that. Basically, I'm trying to obviously focus on more so getting the videos out than I am on the CC list, but I will try and do them at some point, whether or not it is just when the video's gone up. So if there's not one on this video currently and you're watching it the day it came out, if you watch it in like a couple days, it probably will be on there. So just letting you know, if that's not on there, then you'll know why. But it's just because I want to prioritize actually making the videos rather than the CC list, because like the CC list is great and stuff, and I know you guys like when I do them. I would rather like make sure I get the videos out for you guys, because I just feel like I've been slacking a lot, and I just really want to get back into like being passionate about YouTube, because it's just like so difficult to do when there's so many distractions in my life right now. Like it's just so difficult to like focus on YouTube and like think about like just sitting down and like filming and like really prioritizing it. So I'm really trying to get back into doing that. So hopefully you guys will like notice a bit of a difference, hopefully, and like hopefully I'll be posting a lot more. But I keep saying hopefully because the keyword is hopefully. Again, I'm not saying I'm definitely doing it, but yeah, I just think the sim turned out so cool. I went with like some butterflies around her face, and I just thought it was so sick. I also did make all of these sims female sims, but I will be trying maybe to make some different, maybe a male sim here and there. I don't know. I'll see how I feel if I'm ever like in the mood to, but don't get your hopes up, babe. Don't get your hopes up, because I do not like making male sims, and we know that. But maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe probably not. But maybe. Probably not though, seriously, yeah. But yeah, I think like the butterflies look so cool. And then I also went with these like massive wings. I just think they look so sick. I just went with a lot of like accessories. Like I just kept layering stuff up, and I did that throughout the whole video. I just kept like layering stuff onto these sims. I just, my favorite way of making sims is like just putting like loads of stuff on them, even if it's kind of crazy, and even if it's like looks a lot. Like in my opinion, that's just the best way. Like I just think it looks the coolest. It's like when I'm getting changed in real life and I'm like, oh, my outfit looks so crap, and then I put on like 100 necklaces and I'm like, oh, actually I kind of love it now. Like there's something about it that just like makes such a difference, is when you like layer up loads of stuff. And it's like those TikTok trends where it's like wearing versus styling, you know what I mean? It always feels like that. Like I always like make the base sim and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of bored, and then all of a sudden I put on all these accessories and I'm like, yeah, that does the trick. So I just had a lot of fun doing like loads of just stuff that I don't normally do, and also don't get a chance to do that often. I mean, I know I make quite a few like solid color sims or like alien or like occult sims in general, but again, it's normally like more of a niche. Anyways, so now we're moving on to the Chucky sim. So as you guys may not know, I love Child's Play, the movies. I've only seen them all once, which I know is kind of like, it doesn't sound like I love them that much, but it's just because it's only kind of recently. Well, recently, it was probably like 5 years ago. In my head it was recently, but time goes very fast. I really love the Child's Play films. I feel like they're so, I don't want to say underrated, that's a lie, but I feel like they're kind of like over, people like mock them in a little bit, like in a way, because obviously after, when it gets to like the seed of Chucky and stuff, it kind of goes a little bit sillier, but like the later ones are a lot less silly, like the more recent ones. I don't know, I just love Chucky. I love like the whole vibe. I love anything like that. Like Chucky's so much better than Annabelle. I'm sorry, it's the truth. Like I just love Chucky as a character, and I would love to get an IRL like Chucky life-size doll. I just think that'd be so cool, and that's like one of my dream purchases, but I know they're like really expensive, but maybe one day I'll get that and it'll be in my background all the time. And I don't know, I really love Chucky so much, so I thought this would be a really fun one to do, and I've been meaning to do it for ages, but once again, it's like very specific, and I just find I have a lot more fun doing stuff that's a little bit more where I have like creativity. But I still feel like I kind of went down that route as like the creativity, because I wanted to make her look like Chucky, but also like obviously like a human version of Chucky, but also still like creepy, because I wanted to make all of these sims have a little bit of a spooky aspect to them at the very least, because I just didn't want to go for just like each sim's just like cute or like pretty. Like this is spooky month, this is Halloween month, we are going to make each sim as creepy as possible. So I went for like the smile, which I just think looks so creepy, and I just love it. I've done it in a recent video with like making the clown, and I just love it. I think it looks so cool, like the permanent smile. It's so creepy. And then I made one of her eyes actually shut, because Chucky, like not at the very start, but like later in the films, he has like the one eye like kind of coming out, which is really gross, and then he has like the other eye a little bit like obviously normal. So I thought this was kind of representing like the one big eye kind of thing, because I couldn't actually get that exactly. I just thought it looked really cool. And then obviously I went for like the scar and stuff like that. But of course, like the actual outfit and stuff, even though I did go for the overalls, I didn't go for like the full Chucky outfit, because I didn't want to just do that. I don't think I actually have a Chucky outfit, which is actually quite surprising, because normally I have every single option for some reason that I downloaded 10 years ago, and some reason still have in my game of this like random thing that I'll never need until one day I do actually need it. But I don't think I actually have any actual like Chucky specific clothes. I went with like the overalls with like a rainbow shirt underneath. It's kind of like a muted shade instead. I thought it was cute, and like the hair and stuff, obviously it's not exactly Chucky, and like actually her face and stuff isn't like, you know, this isn't just Chucky's face on here, but like it's an inspired, like it's Chucky inspired. Also feel free for you guys to do this as well. Like let me know if you do this throughout the month. I personally love doing stuff like this. Just I find it's like one way to like really get me out of my comfort zone, is like doing stuff based on themes that I don't normally necessarily do. Like I wouldn't regularly make a Chucky inspired sim. I wouldn't regularly make a scary doll inspired sim. Like it's just things that are just fun, that are just like make me just like, oh, you know, this is like different. Like it doesn't, because I just feel like I just make so many of the same sim, and I know I do that, and like I always try not to, and I swear I do try. Like I feel like it doesn't look like I try, but I do try to make different looking sims, but I know they don't end up looking that different. It's just how the world works, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that the outfit turned out really cute, like these little socks. I love those socks. I give those socks like every single sim. I tried to get some more red accents in there, because Chucky's main kind of color is red. I would have loved to make her look a bit more like a doll, but but like it was kind of difficult and I was struggling a little bit, but I still think she looks like a little bit like doll-like. I mean, that smile is terrifying. It's terrifying, but like in the best way. I don't know. I just think it's cool. I just think it's cool. I just think I very rarely make like really spooky Sims. Like I rarely make Sims to make me actually scared, and this was kind of fun to like do something like that. Also, on an unrelated note, I know Adventure Awaits has like just came out. Well, I think it came out a few days. I don't know. Basically, it came out and I did get early access to it, but I haven't actually done like a create Sim video on it like I normally do or anything like that. Two reasons. One is because obviously I just really haven't had the time to like film every video. This is like only the second video back within a month that I've been filming. Like I filmed 2 videos today and this is the second one. I hadn't filmed in like a month from before this, so I was kind of like not really, you know, I wasn't really filming or anything like that. So that's one reason, but also because apparently the create Sim is very like athletic themed, and I was like, actually I don't think that's gonna be my vibe. I just feel like if it was like Enchanted Nature, I probably would have done it like I did with the Enchanted Nature one, because the style is a little bit more like my vibe, but because the style wasn't really like my vibe anyways, I thought I'll just leave it. So I'm sorry there's no Adventure Awaits content, but again, like children's Sims, they're not normally my vibe. Like I just don't, I'm more like adult Sims. Like I normally play more adult Sims, so I just don't really know what I would have done, you know what I mean? But anyways, so now we're moving on to the third Sim, the third day. I would like to say that I did this over the course of each day. Like I would love to tell you that I made every Sim, you know, 1 per day, but I would be lying. Unfortunately, some days I don't do any work and other days I'm working all day. And like the days I'm working all day, I just happen to be making Sims all day. Okay, so like I may or may not have made all of these in one day. Just shut up, okay? Technically, it still counts, okay? Some people don't have the time, okay? I just don't have the time. That's a lie. I do, but I don't want to. So yeah, anyways. Also, my Sims game is getting to the point where it's taking 30 minutes to load now, and it's getting bad. In fact, I tried to load and actually start playing, like making a Sim 3 times. Every time I pressed to make a Sim as an alien, it kept literally crashing my whole game, and I couldn't do it. And then I had to load up for another 30 minutes every time. So I was like, you know, I'm just not gonna make the first Sim as an actual alien. So unfortunately, the first Sim is literally just human, because like I just couldn't do it. Anyways, yeah, so the third Sim is a pirate Sim, and I will say, I'll say it, this is my favorite Sim. This is my favorite Sim. Guys, I have loved pirates ever since. No, you're gonna think I'm gonna say Pirates of the Caribbean. No, kind of true, but no. I have loved pirates ever since in H2O Just Add Water, when Cleo dressed up as a pirate at her job. I fell in love that day. When I saw that, I literally like think that was why I'm bisexual. Like I genuinely believe that. I was always like absolutely in love with Cleo anyways, and Ricky obviously. But then when she dressed up as a pirate, I was like, wow, this has changed me as a person back then. So I was like, I just have always loved pirates ever since then. So I just had so much fun making a pirate Sim. I think I've only ever made one in the past. It was when I made Captain Hook as a Sim, which was like ages ago, and it wasn't like very it was piratey, but it was like Captain Hook specific, obviously. But this was so much fun. I actually love her so much. I think she's like the coolest Sim I've actually ever made in my entire life, and I'm literally like in love. She's just awesome. She's awesome. I gave her this pirate hat, and everything's like really like grubby and like proper like messy. Like I gave her this like dirt overlay. I was like debating whether or not I should do it, because it kind of changed up the colors a lot of the outfit, but I just thought it looked so cool. Like the whole of the clothes turned like dirty, and I know that sounds like really weird that that's cool and like attractive, but like it just is. Okay, she just looks so sick, and I just love like the color scheme and just, oh my god, the vibe, guys, the vibe. I am actually maybe potentially, not to spoil anything, but well, kind of spoil everything, I'm going as a pirate for Halloween, and I am so excited because I know everyone does pirate for Halloween. Okay, I know it. I'm not interested, but I have like a fun backstory to it, which is that I loved Cleo as a pirate in H2O, and I just have always been just so enamored by like pirates. I just think that's so cool, and I think it's like the fit of like the certain clothes. Like if I could wear what she's wearing day to day, I would. Like genuinely, I think it's the coolest kind of fit, and I just have like so much fun looking at them because I just think they look like so cool. The silhouettes are just always awesome, and I just have such a thing for pirates. I just adore them so much. It's like me, pirates and mermaids, anything sea related, which is really funny because I'm actually terrified of the sea. In fact, like I can't really like deal with the sea. I don't know, I find it really scary. Like I have like what is it, like megalophobia, where it's like fear of big things. I like have like this fear of like a big like shark being underneath me. I'm not even scared of sharks particularly. Maybe like a whale. I think a whale would scare me more than a shark. There's just something so scary about that. But yeah, anyways, it's off topic, but I just have like, I have a fear of the sea, and like the thought of not being able to see below me is like terrifying, and yet I still just absolutely love anything to do with the ocean. I just think it's so interesting. I do, even though I don't know anything about it. I'm not someone who actually researches into the ocean. I just love it. Let me know if you guys are watching any movies for Halloween, by the way. If you've got any suggestions, let me know, because me and my friend are going to be watching a horror film every single day for the month of October, and I'm really excited because I've never actually done that before. I've always like watched Halloween kind of inspired films when it gets closer to actually like October 31st, but I've never actually done it throughout like the whole month. But I know a lot of people do it where they like, you know, watch a different film every day, like kind of spooky themed. The thing is, we only pretty much watch horror films because like my friend loves like every genre of films, but I only like horror films. Like I don't really like any other genres. Like I guess like a drama's okay every once in a while, but like it's just not really my vibe. So I find it funny that like we're watching horrors throughout the month of October, but we were gonna plan on doing that anyways, but we're gonna try and watch one a day. So far we have watched Eden Lake, which I love Eden Lake. I think it's a great film, but it was kind of worse on rewatch. It's like a really disturbing one if you've ever heard of it. We watched Orphan, which is literally like one of my favorite films ever, and it's really funny because my friend had no idea about the twist. I just, what? How can you go 21 years and not know about the twist? It was crazy to me. I love Orphan so much. If you haven't seen it and you don't know anything about it, please go watch it. It's incredible. I just love that film so much. I find it's such a fun film. I just love fun films like that. And then last night we watched Hell House LLC, which is another classic Halloween film. We have loads on our list, a lot of Halloween spooky films, except for actually the movie Halloween, because even though I like it, it's not one of my favorites. So other than the actual movie Halloween, you know, but I haven't seen things like Hocus Pocus or Coraline in like 100 years. So I'm like excited to like rewatch them. I've never really like bothered to rewatch them, but I'm actually really excited to rewatch them. If I would rewatch Coraline and I really like it, low-key, you might be seeing a Coraline video coming up soon, because I haven't seen it since I was like a kid, which is crazy because I feel like it's such a popular film and like everyone loves it, but like I just haven't seen it in ages. But yeah. So anyways, now we're making the creepy doll sim. So this one was kind of like, I would argue, the most difficult for me. Like she took me the longest, I think, to make, because I just didn't know what I was doing. I've never made a creepy doll sim at all, like point blank period. And I feel like it was like kind of like a trend back in the day. Like I could picture people in like 2016-ish making creepy doll sims in Halloween, but I've just never done it. So I just kind of struggled. Obviously I've just made Chucky, which is kind of the same in a way, but this was more of like a literally like creepy doll, just like Annabelle vibes, which I know I already said I don't like Annabelle that much, but like that kind of energy, you know? So I actually think she's terrifying. She doesn't look that scary until the very last second, because she's creepy throughout, don't get me wrong. I tried to make it look like, I had like a story in my head when I was making her. I kind of made it look like she was some sort of like child trapped inside of this doll's body, which I feel like is like the classic trope for everything anyways. But she's like really trying hard to escape, which is why her eyes are like this, because she's like, help me, you know what I mean? Like which is quite depressing, really. That's quite traumatic actually now that I say it out loud, but like I thought it was fun. You know, it's only The Sims, so it doesn't really matter. Also, I'm kind of testing like YouTube monetization things with these Sims. I feel like, not these ones, but I feel like later on there's some like themes. Some of the Sims are gonna have like blood on them and stuff, and I'm kind of like testing it out. I don't know. Some of them are gonna be a little bit creepy, I'll be real, but like I just think it's fun. I just think it's fun. But you know, anyways, yes, but I made her look like really like, she's like, you know, help me. She had like tear stains, but I think I got rid of them in the end, but it did look pretty cool at the time. And then I went for like a pink and black and white color scheme, because I feel like pink, it's very like doll, cutesy. I just love the juxtaposition of scary dolls is like the really cute pigtails. Obviously you have to do pigtails, hello, it's a creepy doll, but like the big bow and like the cute little dress, but then simultaneously she's got like stitches across her eyes and like mouth, because like I don't know, she's trying to escape, so like the owners like sewed her like eyes and stuff. This is really dark. I didn't expect I'm sorry. I was just laughing at it thinking, oh, this is a funny storyline. No, it's actually quite dark, but oh well. I just thought it was kind of fun, and like again in a fictional sense, it's fun. I just think she looks really creepy, and I made her eyes like really dark, like really like starey, and like really like she's just like tired and exhausted and like evil looking. I don't know, but in the very end I ended up changing it so that she's smiling, and it honestly, you see it for probably a half a second, but for that half a second it's so worth it. She looks so good. The reason I didn't do it throughout the whole video is because low-key I was home alone, and I was like, I actually don't want to look at the sim like that the whole time. But what was really funny is right after I did that, I went on my phone for like half an hour, and I was just like sat here, and then I look up like after half an hour, forgetting that I just made that sim, and I genuinely like pee nearly came out. I'm dead serious. Urination nearly happened because I was actually quite scared. I forgot that I'd made her, and I was like, whoa, okay, that was a jump scare. So it kind of worked. It must have worked, because clearly she did actually scare me. But yeah, I just had like so much fun making such a spooky sim. I don't know, I'm just getting really into this like sim style of like just making sims like creepy and like, I don't know, just interesting in that sense, and just like such a different energy to what I normally do. Like cute sims out the window. We're not doing that anymore. We're making creepy sims only, especially for this month. But yeah, I think she turned out so cute and like so just like, oh, just horrifying, which is great. It's perfect. It's what I wanted, you know? I think it's just so much fun, because like imagine her in game, and like you could have her like with like the extreme violence mod, and she could like go around like kill sims, but then like she looks so innocent that like people are like, you know, why are you killing them? Or maybe she's like killing her owners because like well, I say owners, I don't even know like the law, you know, that I'm trying to come up with here, but like, you know, someone obviously put her into that body, and she's like got revenge, and like she's trying to go kill that person, and she like teams up with someone else. Maybe she teams up with Chucky. Tiff will probably be jealous if that's the case, you know? Also, speaking of Tiff, we will be making Tiffany Valentine later on in this, not in this video, but in this series. I have obviously gotten her written down. I'm very excited to make her because I love Bride of Chucky. I love Tiff. I think she's so cool, and Jennifer Tilly is incredible. But anyway, so finally now we are making the last sim, which is a demon sim. Now this one was fun because I started off by making this red sim. Low-key, now I'm looking at it, kind of looks like a bit like Darth Maul or whatever from Star Wars, which was not the energy I was going for. But then halfway through, I accidentally, or I don't know if it was accidentally, but I just clicked on a green skin tone, and I was like, hold up, wait, this actually looks incredible. So I ended up actually swapping it out, even even though I'd gone for like the whole red theme this whole time. But to be fair, she was looking a little bit more like devil than she was demon. And again, demon is kind of like a loose term. You can kind of do whatever you want with it, but I was kind of struggling to like not go too devil-ish with her. But also, you know, I wanted to be creepy. But also later on, we're gonna be making a like Hellraiser, like Pinhead kind of inspired sim. So I kind of didn't want to go to that side of things. Again, there was like some overlaps with these sims and I didn't want to like make them too overlap. So hence why I kind of like made them look as different as I could. I didn't want to make her look like she like was one of the, what are they called? Oh, what are they called, man? Oh my God, I actually can't think of what they're called. I know what they're called, but like the Hellraiser demons. Oh my God, I'm actually have to Google it. I'm actually have to Google it. I'm actually have to Google it. Cenobites. Oh my God. Oh my God. How did I not get Cenobites? That's so embarrassing. Anyways, yeah, basically, yeah. I didn't want to go too close to that home. But yeah, if you don't know anything about horror, I'm so sorry. This just probably doesn't make any sense to you, but honestly, I'm only referencing like the most popular films. So hopefully that's, yeah. But yeah, if you guys in the comments down below like horror, by the way, because I feel like my audience has a bit of a mix. I see some people being like, oh my God, I hate horror, but like, you know, I like your Sims, or like I see people being like, oh my God, I love the same horror films as you. Like, it's just kind of interesting to me because I'm like, horror is like my #1 personality trait, low-key. Like horror and Sims and YouTube is like all I've got. That's who I am on the inside. It's just interesting when people don't like horror, but I don't know. I find it cute. I find it cute when people like horror. I think it's just like sweet. It's like, oh, you little innocent little child, you know? Like, so I went with these massive horns because I thought they were so cool and like incredibly just sick. I don't know. I just think they look so cool. And I actually ended up going with no hair because I just felt like the ball look just really worked well with the fit and everything and just like the whole vibe that I was going for. But one of these like spiky kind of things, like this face detail that has like spikes, I think it looks so cool. Again, I haven't really made a backstory for this sim. I kind of see her as some sort of like person who maybe goes and like takes people to hell, maybe. I don't know. Well, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it that much, but it was just really fun making a sim like this. I did make her pretty much only wear black. So I was kind of going for like just like long robes to begin with, kind of like Grim Reaper from The Sims 4 vibes. But then I ended up swapping it out because I found this really sick outfit that's kind of like cloth sort of just wrapped around her body, kind of like a mummy sort of vibe, which I will also be doing in another episode of this. But it was kind of like this really cool like cloth thing. I just thought it looked so sick and I was like, wait, because it's got the hood, it just looked amazing and so perfect. It did kind of cover up her face, which I was a little bit sad about because I think that some of her makeup and stuff was amazing, but I think it still worked really well and I just loved the vibe of it all. I just thought it looked really cool. So I kind of went for a little bit more of like a, I guess a costume outfit, although I don't see this as a costume. This is the thing, some of these Sims could be like costumes, but I was trying not to go for that. Like these weren't trying to be like, oh, this is a Halloween costume. This was meant to be like, this is a demon. This is genuinely a demon from hell. Like this is not someone cosplaying a demon. This is literally a demon. That was kind of what I was going for. And I went for like all these like veins on her and just, oh, just love her. And obviously these massive wings as well. In case you didn't notice them, they are huge, massive wings because I just think that wings are just so cool. And I just love adding like things like that. They're like really like fun, cool, like massive like back pieces. I just think always look so sick in Sims because Sims are just like so, like we're on a landscape and they're just like so tiny in the middle. Whereas when you got the wings, it like covers up the whole space and I just find that really fun. But yeah, anyways guys, so that is where I'm going to leave it this video. So many of you guys are excited for this rest of this series in the comments down below. I am very excited to do it and hopefully, you know, get these all posted for you guys and like do some really interesting stuff. And as I said, I will try and put a CC list in the description, but if it's not currently there right now, hopefully it'll be there soon. So yeah, I'm just trying to get back into videos, so I'm not going to think about that too much. But anyways, yeah, so happy October guys, happy October. I'm very excited for this month. So remember to like, comment, subscribe to everyone. I'll see you guys in the video. I love you guys. Wait, no, I should do like spooky. Goodbye. Sorry, that wasn't even spooky. That's just pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.